Okay, let me share my screen again. Yeah. So VKOD is a wonderful book that we are referring, but I will compare both of them for you to understand things better. Okay. And these notes are little juggled up. I have sorted them also. I'll be sending you soon. Okay. What is the yeah. So first, see, in the previous chapter, we studied concepts related to a firm's production function and cost curves. Now they're talking about that a producer is working for profit maximization, right? If somewhat unreasonable assumption about firm behavior, a firm maintain its ruthless profit max. So the amount that a firm produces and sells so it is ultimately doing it for profit maximization, and in that we assume that the firm sells whatever it produces so that output and quantity sold are often interchangeably. So we will be discussing about the comparison of output and quantity. Can you read this part? What is the supply curve? We first
Yeah. Before set up and examine the detail of profit maximization problem of a firm, then we derive a firm's supply curve. A supply curve shows the levels of output that a firm chooses to produce at different market prices.
Okay, wait, I will just give me a minute. I will just fetch the whiteboard. Yeah, can you see the whiteboard?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we will first. Can you see the book right now, or you can see the whiteboard?
Right.
Okay. So you know what is the supply curve schedule, right? So let's start from discussing perfect competition. What is the name of your chapter? It is theory of firm under perfect competition, right?
Yeah.
So what is, according to you, a perfect competition?
It's like the basic thing, like when price increases, the supply will increase.
So in a perfectly competitive market, prices are decided by market forces of demand and supply, right? That is the reason we are going to discuss supply curve also, okay? So the individual buyer has no control, but there are so many firms selling the same product, okay?
Yeah.
So now features of perfect competition according to your NCRT book, okay? In short. So as I told you that there are large number of buyers and sellers in the market. First point is this. Second point is that they are selling homogeneous products. Now, large number of buyers and sellers are there in the market. You must be thinking that the size is really good, but the size of each buyer and seller is really small. Okay.
Yeah.
So each individual buyer and seller will not be able to influence, like create their monopoly. Correct? So that is the reason it is the price in the perfect competition. What did I tell you? Is decided by the market forces of demand and supply. Correct? Now, second point, what did I tell you? Each firm produces and sells homogeneous product. What are they?
Like the same product?
Yes, same product. So when there is selling same product, don't you think there is a great competition?
Yeah.
Yes. So products are identical, and so buyer can choose to buy products from any. Okay. Third is entry and exit from the market are free from firms, or any strict restrictions are not there.
Okay.
So it is easy for firms to enter the market as well as exit. Why do you think there are no restrictions for it? Easy. So if they have any restrictions, so the market will be small. Okay. And next is information is perfect. So I'll take you to your NCRT also. Can you see this?
Yeah.
The existence of large number of buyers and sellers means that each individual and seller is each size that each individual buyer and seller is very small compared to the size of the market. This means that no individual or seller can influence the market by their size. Homogeneous products are for each firm that is selling is identical, so a buyer can choose to buy from any firm in the market and she gets the same product. Free entry and exit, the condition is essential for the large number of firms to exist. If the entry was difficult or restricted, then the number of firms in the market could be small. Perfect information implies that all buyers and sellers are completely informed about the price, quality, and other relevant details about the product as well as the market. Now, can you save this part? Okay, I'll get into that.
Yeah.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay, next, what we will discuss is price taking behavior. So first is from the viewpoint of a firm, and next is from the viewpoint of a buyer. Okay. And then it will be from a viewpoint of a buyer. So what do you think? The firm wants to quote its maximum price, right?
Yeah.
So now if the firm sets a price above the market price, do you think any customer will buy it?
No.
So it will be unable to sell any quantity. Correct?
Yeah.
Now what about if the firm sells at a price which is less or equal to the market price? Then what do you think?
Then it can sell. Like if it's less, then it's sell.
It can sell as many quantity as it wants. Correct?
Yeah.
Now what do you think about the buyer?
If the price is less, then the buyer will
Now,
buy more product.
he asks any buyer, if she asks for a price which is lower than the market price, what do you think? Will a seller buy? Give it to her?
Seller won't sell.
No firm would be willing to sell. Correct?
Yeah.
But if it is equal or more than, Then
the person will sell it.
suppose if B is the price is equal to or greater than the market price. So definitely it can obtain or buy as many units as it wants to, right?
Yeah.
It is the buyer. Moving on to your book. So this is all written here, okay? Price taking is often thought to be a reasonable assumption when the market has many firms and buyers have perfect information about the price prevailing in the market. Suppose now a certain firm raises its price above, observe that since produces the same, all buyers are aware of the market price. So obviously if someone is quoting a price more than the market price, so the customer or your buyer is already aware of the current price, right? So that firm loses its buyers, right? So as buyers switch their purchases to other firms, no adjustment problems arise. The demand is readily accommodated when there are so many firms, right? It will go to one if the price quoted by that firm is not like the buyer feels it's more, then obviously it is switched to another one, right? So an individual firm's inability to sell any amount of the good at price exceeding the market price is precisely what the price taking assumption stipulates. So now if you get a note on price taking behavior, first you have to write from the firm's view, then from buyer's view. In the end, you have to just mention this. Is this part clear?
Yeah.
That someone, if it is quoting the price more than the market price, then the buyer is already aware of the price, correct? And when you know that in a perfect competition, there are so many firms selling, so the demand is readily accommodated when there are so many other firms in the market, and that particular seller individual will show its inability to sell a product, right? And that is what the assumption is. Price taking assumption is.
Okay.
Okay, next is what? Revenue. Remember this. TR is price into quantity. So we can see here boxes sold, units are increasing, and total revenue is actually what? When you have sold a particular product, the money you got in return to the sale is your total revenue, correct? We have started this, right? TR is revenue only, AR is per unit, marginal is additional, right? I gave you the example of marker if you remember, right?
Yeah.
So when no box is sold, TR is equals to 0. So here, TR is equals to 0 means the curve will start from 0, right? If 2 boxes of candles are produced, TR is equals to 2 times 10. So we can depict this in the curve. Let's see. So why TR is a straight line? What do you think?
Because as we increase our outputs, our revenue will also keep.
Can you read this under the diagram? Something is written here.
The total revenue curve of a firm shows the relation between the total revenue that the firm earns and the output level of the firm. The slope is AQ upon OQ is the market price. So it's like a positive relationship.
Yes. Take a screenshot.
Oh yeah, I took it.
So the diagram is something. I will just make it in short. and TR is increasing at a constant rate, then it will be already like it will show a straight line, a curve maybe. So this is AQ1, right?
Yeah.
We can have your okay. So now this TR shows what it is showing, the relationship between
The revenue and the output.
total revenue
And the total
of earns and the output level of a firm. Second, it plot. So this the quantity. Excuse me, quantity sold on x-axis, revenue on y-axis. So this point is very important. You can write it in the beginning what you are plotting on y and what you are plotting on x. Okay. Then discuss the relationship, what you are showing, and then if the output is where x or y,
x-axis.
TR is also 0. Why? Because you could see we have started TR from 0, right?
Yeah.
So the TR curve passes through where 0, and the slope is a straight line as T is price, okay,
Yeah.
is constant, output this, what is this? Okay. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Uh-uh. Yeah. So why the slope is a straight line?
Because the price is constant. And it also has a positive. It's upward.
Y is showing the revenue, right?
Yeah.
So it's a vertical arrangement, right? AQ1. So when we are talking about the per unit, P times 1. So therefore slope is a straight line. And next I want to talk is to say this. Done? Now firms ER curve under perfect competition.
With AR is TR in upon Q, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you get confused, just I give you the example of, suppose I am selling one marker for 10 rupees, and right, and I told you that you told me that you need 3 markers, or you told me you need 3 markers, so that is I gave you for 30, so 30 upon 3, so TR is 30, right, and quantity is 3, so 30 upon 3 is 10.
10. Yeah. Okay.
So here, first, when output is 0, the total revenue of the firm is 0. Therefore, the TR curve passes through point. Second, the total revenue increases as output goes up. So the equation TR P by Q is that of a straight line because P is constant. So they are giving the reasons. This means that TR curve is an upward rising straight line. Why TR is upward rising straight line? Everything they are telling you here. Okay. So make short notes. Otherwise, you will get confused what you studied in which chapter. Make your own short notes that in this particular chapter I studied about TR, why it's sloping upwards. In short, you can write so you can remind yourself, because this is what you will be writing in your exam. Okay. So the TR curve passes through O. Second, the TR increases as output goes up. So the equation TR is price into quantity is that of a straight line. So why it is a straight line? This question can also come. This means that TR curve is upward rising straight line. So you could see that in the table both were increasing, right? Even the TR and the unit sold, right? When both are increasing, your curve will always be upward sloping. When they're increasing at a constant rate, then it will be always be a straight line. Okay.
Yeah.
Third, consider the slope of the straight line. When the output is 1 unit horizontal, that is OQ1, because you are showing the output in the x-axis and you're showing vertically, that is AQ1 revenue. This is AQ1. So we are talking about price per unit, that is why P times 1. So the slope of the straight line is A1 upon OQ1, which is equals to P. Now I was telling you we will be talking about this price line. So this you know TR upon Q, right? And this you proved also. P times Q upon Q is P, right? So price taking firm average revenue equals market price. Okay, let's talk about the marginal revenue graph. So marginal revenue is defined as increase in total revenue for a unit increase in. So suppose I gave you the example of markers. You told me that you came to buy one marker which is of 10 rupees, right? But I told you that I will give you 2 markers for 15 rupees, right? Or let's say you buy 3 markers, I'll give you for 25 rupees. Okay. So the additional units, the additional revenue I am getting, that is your marginal revenue, right? You came to buy 10 rupees marker. I would have earned a revenue of 10 rupees, right? But because you bought 3, I'm getting rupees 25 now. That additional units is your marginal revenue. Okay. The change in revenue upon change in quantity. Now, what do you mean by equilibrium? I asked you in the beginning.
Equilibrium is the point which has the maximum satisfaction.
In which the producer will earn maximum profit, right? Okay, MR is equals to AR is equals to P, right? Okay, profit maximization. This is a very good book.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Can you please read this?
Oh, yeah, this part won't come. They have a
I
study.
know we are doing economic profits, right? Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So this I wanted to. This is the main thing why I've connected with you. Conditions of producers equilibrium, right? I'll give you an example, and with that example, I'll explain. So here, what you can see is there a producer equilibrium means that we are discussing about marginal cost and marginal revenue, right? And the condition should be that MR should be equal to MC and MC should be rising. MC should be greater than MR. I'll explain you why. Okay. So let me explain you. Should I explain you in the next meeting? 9 minutes left to this.
Yeah, we can do it next.
Yeah, let me send you a new link.